used to post by the stove, serving like get it and go, yeah. Clutching the toe in the poles, the trenches just me and my bro, yeah. Them bitches be stalking, but they wasn't calling me when I was broke, yeah. She just gon' suck me and fuck me, then I'ma show it go, yeah. Cause I'm thumbing through them bands now. Cause I'm thumbing through them bands now. Now these niggas want a handout. Cause I'm thumbing through them bands now. Cause I'm thumbing through them bands now. Cause I'm thumbing through them bands now. VVS is I'ma stand out. I'm just thumbing through them bands now. I'ma just run up and check.
All right, boys. Season 1, the inaugural season of the series, is in the books. We definitely finished above expectations. But we lost some games we should have won, man. We definitely should have won that last game versus Southern Miss. But when you got a true freshman quarterback, things like that are going to happen, man. And you know what I mean? We go 8-5, but our job is safe. We're expected to only win 5 or 6 games, and we're moving on to a new conference. All right, guys. So at the end of the season, Drew Bull enters the South Alabama record books. 6 picks in a season. Aiden Beamish enters the record books, 16 touchdowns in a season. Junior enters the record books, 2,800 passing yards in a season. Junior is there again, 25 passing touchdowns in a season. Greg Tartan Jr. in the record books, barely about 3 yards, 943 yards in a season. 9 touchdowns in the season for Greg Tartan. Take a look at how we stacked up across the country. Junior was top 20 in passing. Aiden Beamish was top 50 in rushing. Tartan was top 40 in receiving. We had 3 of the top tacklers in the nation. Then we had the 5th tackler in the nation, tied for 4th, and TJ Marcotti. Sack leaders, Lorenzo Love wasn't really up there, 5 sacks this season, but that's big for us. Drew Bull finishes 4th in the nation with 6 picks. Let's go. And then we're not even gonna take a look at the kicking stats because we don't kick the ball, bro. We also have a national record with KJ Peoples having the longest kick return this season. So we've definitely made our mark throughout this first season of the series. So Dipper Pines in his limited time, 6 for 9, a touchdown, a pick. We never really asked him to throw the ball a lot. Junior 160 for 291, 154 QBR, 25 touchdowns to 18 picks, 2,800 yards, 221 a game, only 54 completion percentage. Got to get that up. Sacked 18 times this season, man. That's a lot. On the ground, Aiden Beamish, almost 1,300 yards, 9 yards a carry, 16 touchdowns. Junior, where he did a lot of his real damage, 763 yards, 6 yards a carry, 10 touchdowns. Randy Peters, 27 for 141, 3 touchdowns, a touchdown for Robert Brown, and 3 rushing touchdowns for Dipper Pines. Through the air, Greg Tartan Jr. leads everybody in catches, leads everybody in yards, leads everybody in touchdowns. Aiden Beamish is 2nd in catches but not yards. Jacob Hill came on late, 517 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 for Big John Shields, 3 for KJ Peoples, a touchdown for Luke LeBlanc, Kutzer, and Bryant. Blocking stats. When it comes to those pancakes, Mike Monroe and Gary Basham led us there. 1 pancake for Rose, a pancake for Shields, pancake for Wade, pancake for JP Davis. He was a hell of a blocker this year. Who gave up the most sacks? Rob Rose. Big Rob Rose gave up 5 sacks. I mean, a lot of that probably comes from us rushing that way, rolling out the pocket. Monroe and Parker gave up 3 and then 1 each for Basham, Beamish, Page, and Kutzer. Defensively, Trey Hamilton led us in the nation in tackles with 71-70 solo. Jason Westminster led us in tackles for loss with 13. He also tied Lorenzo Love with 5 sacks this season. And then Drew Bull led us in picks with 6. Terry had 3, 1 from McCullough, Hamilton, Porter, Marcotti, and Fry. Kicking wise, Trey Murray, we didn't call his number a lot, but he went 7 for 7 in field goals. Some reason it says that's only 99%. Looks like 100% to me. Longest of the year was 40. 58 for 59 on the extra points, and that one miss was a super sim literally like 2 episodes ago or an episode ago. And then punting wise, Steven Thebes, don't ask him to punt the ball, but he does have a great average yards per punt at 41.3, 314 net, 34.8, minus return yards. So that's a good look. It's going to be a lot of movement here in the offseason with these conferences. We're going to start from the top and work our way down. So in the ACC, North Carolina State, slightly behind Virginia. They're going to be going down to the American Conference, and UCF will be replacing them. TCU actually ends up being your national champions. I'm going to show you guys how the playoffs turned out. And they also won the Big 12. The Big 10, Maryland and Michigan State finished at the top of that conference. But going down to the MAC is going to be Rutgers. Rutgers will be replaced by, I believe it was Ball State. Or I believe it's Ball State. Let's see. I think they had a conference championship game. I'm pretty sure Ball State won, but we will make sure that when I put the pictures up on the screen. Of course, the Conference USA champs was Southern Miss. They're going to be going to the SEC, and they will be replacing Georgia, who finished horribly in the SEC at just 1-8. Then in the Pac-12, Arizona will be moving down to the Mountain West, and they will be replaced by, I believe, Boise State. But once again, we will double check before we make that move. All right, boys, so this is how things shook out, right? The top 8 coming into the bowl season, you have Auburn at 12-1, Notre Dame at 11-2, TCU at 11-1, Texas at 10-2, Army at 11-1, LSU at 10-2, Texas A&M at 9-3, and then Ole Miss at 9-4. There's a lot of controversy with that call, because Clemson, although they lost late and that threw them off, they were 10-2 and they finished behind Ole Miss. Other notable teams, Miami finished at 12 at 10-3. App State finished at 13 at 10-2. So in your round of 8, that had Auburn versus Ole Miss, Notre Dame versus A&M, TCU versus LSU, and Texas versus Army. And in that round, Auburn beat Ole Miss, Notre Dame was upset by Texas A&M, TCU knocked off LSU, and Texas was upset by Army. So that brought up Auburn versus Army. Auburn was able to knock off Army, and A&M versus TCU. TCU was able to knock off Texas A&M. And then in that national championship game, TCU was able to beat Auburn 30-24. The game was an absolute classic, and TCU is your BCS national champions here in season number 1. And with our performance this season, we have earned ourselves another contract extension. Coach did just extend a couple years back, so now, you know, pretty much the same terms, 6-year extension. Target wins stay the same at 6, but I guess they want to keep us around long term. Take a look at Senior's record here. 26-36 right now in his seasons here at South Alabama. 2-3 versus rivals because we lost to Troy this year. 3-11 versus top 25. 0-2 in bowl games, but he is safe. That means the program is technically 0-4 as a whole in bowl games. We couldn't scratch that itch versus Southern Mississippi, but hopefully we can come back and get the job done next season. So take a look at players leaving. Of course, early on in this series, we're not going to have anybody going pro. I'm happy that we don't have anybody transferring. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's leaving is a senior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We already knew that coming in that we had 10 seniors leaving because that's how many recruits we were able to bring in. We say so long to Omega Jackson, man. His 4 years here at the program, 152 tackles. 140 of those were assisted. He had 4 total sacks, 4 picks, none his senior season, 8 pass deflections, aka drop picks, 6 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. TJ Marcotti, love the season this guy had. 52 total tackles this season, 68 in his career. 11 tackles for loss, 21 assisted, 2 sacks, 3 picks, 1 a season, 7 deflections, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. Love the way that kid played. Javante Berry, 29 tackles here in this one only season getting playing time. 5 for loss, 1 sack. Lorenzo Love led the team in sacks with 5. Had 6.5 the year prior. Ends his career with 68 tackles, 12 sacks, 63 assisted. Then we say so long to Jason Westminster. 34 tackles at that D tackle position, man. 5 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. 41 tackles as a whole in his career, 5 sacks. This is only 5 sacks right here in the senior season. 4 pass deflections, drop picks on the screens. Hopefully somebody assigns some of our guys to undrafted free agent contracts. All right, guys, this is huge. Transfer requests. We are accepting transfers. We got a 68 overall outside linebacker in Chase Birch wanting to come play for our squad. And then we have a 70 overall running back from FAU, Stephen Clayton, redshirt guy. Let's go ahead and take a look at his stats. 87 speed, 80 excel, a little slow for our liking, but we'll definitely add him to the squad for some depth purposes. All right, guys, so we have 11 people on our board. We only have 10 scholarships available, right? Do I think we're going to be able to get Corey Wilson? No. You know what I'm saying? DeAngelis, not sure if he's going to play immediately as a JUCO guy. Remember, our JUCO guys can only, they can only come to the squad if they're indeed going to play immediately. They have to be able to see the field immediately. Most JUCO guys come in and they're going to play, right? We're not going to have those guys sit on the bench. And we're also returning Ronald Donald, which means he's not going to get any playing time. I'm not going to waste his eligibility like that and just have him come sit behind players for 2 years and play on senior day, maybe. So we're going to go ahead and take John DeAngelis off our boards. I thought he could have been a good addition, man, but we're kind of stacked at that position. Harris, I think the only thing we need to do to him is offer him a scholarship, bro, and he'll sign. You know what I mean? So we'll just do that. And we're going to go all in all in on Corey Wilson, and hopefully we can bring him to the squad, boys. All right, guys, so Chris Davis opts to go to NC State. Cool, whatever. But we get our guy, we get our man in Corey Wilson. We're almost dead last in recruiting, bro. Almost dead last in recruiting. And that's fine. I mean, as an 8-5 school, you know, going from the Sun Belt to Conference USA, we shouldn't be getting 4 or 5 stars every year and everything like that. It's gradual. We're going to build our way to that point, and you know what I mean? I like where we're going. We started as a 1-star school, I believe, and we might have gone up to a 2, or maybe we started as a 2 and stayed put. Either way, we didn't regress. Now, here we are at position changes, boys, right? No athletes this season. But remember, we signed, I think we needed some D tackles or DNs, and we planned on moving some of these DNs, some of these D tackles to DN. All right, boys, so here we are at position changes. But the computer did something that I absolutely hate that they do. They sign and add recruits that should not be on the squad. So let's make a note of the people that we have to cut. I make these recruiting restrictions for a reason, and I like to stick to them. So Matt Johnson, gone. So, you know what I mean? We're going to go, what we're going to do, we're going to make the people that we don't need punters. Givens here, gone. Dunn, gone. Williams, gone. DeAngelis won't start here immediately. So like I said, gone. This 50 overall, Carl Smith, consider him gone. And also Jimmy Martin, consider him gone. So Nate Hall probably won't play as safety this year, but let's see what he would be as a linebacker. He'd be in the 60s, pretty much what we already got there now. But I probably won't actually move him there. I might just let him train and actually just, you know, put him there in the depth chart. Let him play over Orlando Smith. Yeah, I like that idea. But with no athletes or anything like that, boys, we're really not going to have a bunch of moving pieces and the moving parts, moving guys around, putting them anywhere. We're still pretty deep at running back. Fullback, shout out to my guys, 2 seniors. Receiver, we're definitely a little low. We need to replenish there. Tight end, we're going to be good for a while. John Way, his senior year, we'll move you to right tackle. You'll train. Probably just going to make that permanent switch for him. Oh, but Kenny can also play the tackles for us. Let me see. Don't need you at left tackle, right? But Kenny, we can use you at right tackle. We can use Kenny at right tackle, right? He's still a 70. And then John Way, we'll actually just move him to center where he goes up to a 70. And on the line, we got 79, 73, 70, 79, 70. I'm going to move one of these centers to another guard. He goes down to a 56, but who cares? It's just death purposes. I don't want that many walk-ons on the team. All right, we got Devin Winters. Boom. DeLuca's going to start. Well, Devin Winters is going to train, but I doubt he gets over Brewer or DeLuca. But what I could do, do I want a red shirt one of them? I don't know. You know what? Jonathan Pwan, move you out to the left outside linebacker. Yes, I understand that. And we'll take Smith and move him back to middle linebacker. We got a true freshman Mills who's due to start, and Alec Amon. So what we're going to do is this. I want Drew Bull on the field, and I don't want him to be hindered. We'll move Drew Bull to free safety. That puts him to a 65 overall his senior year, and he's going to train. I'm good with that. Nate Hall could play free safety. He'll be a 69. But I really want to move Nate Hall down to linebacker, bro. I want to utilize, you know, he's slow at safety, right? Only 81 speed. That's linebacker speed. So yeah, we're going to move Nate Hall down to outside linebacker, bro. Because 81 speed shouldn't be in my defensive backfield. Nate Hall is a 66. He's going to train. He's going to have a chance to play. You know what? 81 speed. He's smaller. Let's put him at middle linebacker. Safeties move down the linebacker all the time. He's got a chance to play his senior year, but he could even still spell as a safety, even though linebacker is going to be his position. And I think that's it, boys. I think that's all the changes we need and that we're going to take care of. We got to get rid of these guys, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so one of the biggest parts of the offseason for me, man, training results, right? Top trainer, Trey Murray, our kicker. Greg Tartan right behind him. Got Mike Monroe. McCullough Rose. I don't see Junior. Junior does get a +5 though. You know, +5 overall, +1 speed, +1 excel. Accuracy goes up +4. You know what I mean, to a 70. Let's go. 85 throw power +1. Could have used that +1 on the pick you threw at the end of the season. But Junior is now 75 overall. That's a good look. Pons is 76. Callie's a 58. Aiden Beamish. Steve Clayton. who's going to be sitting out this year, is better than Aiden Beamish on paper, but he's not going to play. 96 speed, 94 excel. I mean, come on, let's be real. 75, Randy Peters goes up to a 74. Let's take a look at Randy Peters carrying. That's what we need to hope goes up. Yes, it goes up +4 to a 70. Aiden Beamish's carry is only 54, and even he doesn't put the ball on the ground. JP Davis up to a +5. Derek Kutzer up +4. Like we said, Tartan Peoples gets +1 speed, +2 excel. KJ Peoples is now trying to, show off that he could be the number 2 receiver, but I like him in the slot. We're gonna have Jacob Hill, who goes up +4 with him, and on the outside. Luke LeBlanc goes up +4. Kamara goes up +4, +5 for Cordell Bryant. Tight end, Big John Shields +4, 77 overall. He's the runaway, +1 speed. I like it. Left tackle, we got Rob Rose +4, +6 to Basham, +6 to John Way, +6 to Mike Monroe, +4 to Kenneth Page. Baby, let's go, Kenny. I want to see you do great things this year. Winters goes up +5 at left end. Probably he's not going to start there. Right end, Ronald Donald goes up +4. Gio West goes up +5. Romeo Jones +6. Left outside linebacker Chase Burt, another transfer, +4. Trey Hamilton +4, +6 for Orlando Smith. Nate Hall goes up +4, and he ends up being the last man on the depth chart, even with training. Right outside linebacker McCullough, I like it, goes up +4. +4 for Terry, +1 speed, +1 excel. Let's see. Catching goes up +1 to 67. Man, coverage goes up. So, we got some good coverage out there. Drew Bull just misses being a 70 in his senior season at free safety, but I like what we got there. And Alec Amon is now almost an 80 with a +5, 79. We went over Murray, and then Steven Thieves goes up +6 and is now a 77. We already know cut players. We're actually under the roster size, but we know we got to get out of here. We got to get rid of all of these guys who just decided they were going to walk on a USA's campus and try to play for the program. No, sirree. That's not how things work around here. We run a tight ship, my guys. So we do technically need 8 players, man, but I like where we're going. All right, boys, this is where things get dicey. We now move up from the Sun Belt to the Conference USA, and we will replace Western Michigan. We're now in the division with Middle Tennessee State, Old Dominion, Marshall, Florida Atlantic, Charlotte, and FIU. And while we're here, Southern Miss, who finishes the season ranked 24th, will be going up to the SEC, swapping out with lowly Georgia. And we're also going to move them to the West with their fellow, with their fellow Mississippi squads. So they will be over there with Mississippi State and Ole Miss. We're going to swap them out with Arkansas. I feel like that's a fair switch. Not really East, but more East than, literally the Southwest right here. I mean, I guess Auburn can go over there, but I'm not going to mess up what they got going on with Alabama. Wake Forest will be swapping out with no other than UCF, not USF. I mean, in North Carolina State. I said Wake Forest, same state. Y'all know what I mean. Of course, we leave the Big 12 alone. Now here in the Big 10, Rutgers will be swapping out with Ball State. I can see Ball State going right back down next year, but it is what it is. Rutgers may even win the MAC. You never know, but I doubt it. Now, Arizona, who actually went up and down quite a lot in the HTU series, will be swapping out with no other than Boise State. This is how the new conferences look. We got the ACC with UCF. We got the American with North Carolina State. We got the Big 12, which is going to stay the same. We got the new Big 10 with Ball State. We got the new Conference USA with us, the USA Jag, as well as the Georgia Bulldog. Independent stay the same. Let me know if you guys want me to throw Army or Rutgers in anything. I don't know why Air Force is independent. Why is Air Force independent in this? So yeah, I don't know how or why this happened, but Air Force is supposed to be in the Mountain West. We'll go ahead and make that happen. I usually like to put Army in the same conference as Navy, and we're going to do just that this year. We're going to put them in the American with Navy, bro. I feel like it makes for better rivalry. So you see here, Army and Navy will be in the same conference. We're going to swap Army with NC State, and that way the Army and Navy game will be a protected rivalry. So we go down here to conference rules. We got protected rivalries on, which means the Army Navy game will still happen every single year. That's why I put them in different conferences, because I still wanted to be towards the end of the year rather than maybe in the middle of the season. But we'll see how that plays out. But I also think it'd be pretty cool to see Army versus Navy potentially play for an American championship, right? So the new MAC, only real change here, Rutgers was swapped out with Ball State. The Mountain West, We put Air Force where they belong, so now the Mountain West has a conference championship game. But remember, Arizona swapped out with Boise State. The Pac-12, Boise State, you know, we just went over it, swapped out with Arizona, only changed. In the SEC, we now have Southern Miss in the SEC West with Bama, Auburn, LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. The Sun Belt, the new Sun Belt, surprisingly, App State is the ones who were left behind. It's still going to be App State, Arkansas, Coastal Carolina, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, the Raging Cajuns, Texas State, Troy, ULM, and Western Kentucky. All right, guys, so with the new season brings a new recruiting board. Let's go ahead and see who wants to come to the squad. So in case you guys forgot, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen right now. The recruiting rules, only 20 recruits allowed on our board, at any given time, and we cannot add recruits throughout the season. We must be in the recruits top 3. We can only recruit within our pipeline except for JUCO players. We can only sign JUCO players if they will start immediately. 2 JUCO players max, 1 on each side of the ball. We can only recruit over a 3-star in our home state. We can only sign 4 or 5 stars if they will start within their first 2 years of arriving on campus. If we sign them and they don't end up starting, I will make them transfer. And we can only recruit as many recruits as seniors we have leaving the team. So with that, right, we have 18 seniors due to lead this team. You know what I mean? I don't know where it looks like most of them are on offense as well, and most of them are on the offensive line. So, we need a fullback, which I'm not really worried about. We need guards, we need centers, we need kickers, we need D tackles, free safeties, and punters. Am I making everything plural? Yeah. Do we need everything plural? No, but you know what it is. So checking out our interest here, our guy Garen Oliver, he is from our home state of Alabama as a 4-star. We're first on his list. Let me go ahead and add him. Rodney Simpson's from Florida. Can't get him. He's from Ohio. All right, we got a D tackle out of Illinois. All right, guys, it's time to scout and see what's what. Garen Oliver, decent enough for our school. Dan Jefferson, +1. I like it. Charlie Gadsden, +8. That's big. James Ross. I'm trying to go all in on these linemen, bro. I'm not even going to lie. Alfred Hughes, he's a bust. Get him out of here, coach. Nate Lee. So, we can still add people to our boards now because this is still preseason. Once we go into the season, we can't add any more people to our boards. So we're finding some busts, and we're going to go ahead and add other people to the list to replace them. Ooh, we got our first gem, Ryan Thomas. Prospect overview. We're behind Ole Miss and Texas. That's going to be a hard sell to get them to come to our squad and believe in what we're trying to build here. Kellen Wright goes down a little bit, but we'll keep him on. Jamie Wilson goes down a little bit. I don't know. Is it worth it? Is it worth keeping either one of these dudes? Probably Kellen Wright because he's the best one off rip. Eric Rogers, decent, but he's so slow. I can't welcome in that type of speed to our school. But Kinley Newell. All right, we'll keep you there. Nick Harris. We definitely need new corners. So y'all got some good speed too. Lauren Cronin. All right. Brandon Kemp, one of the JUCO guys. I like it. We got Brandon James. He's a true 79. Jerry Watkins. He's a bust at punter, so we're going to go ahead and add the other punter. And then Bobby Joseph. Okay, let's go ahead and add 5 more recruits to this squad. Now, do we have anybody worth redshirting? That is the question. So far, nobody on the offensive side of the ball. We need more receivers, bro. Well, we technically got 1 leaving, but we got to find a way to get receivers on this team. John Shields, no. These linemen are going to stay put for the most part. Mostly all of them are going to get playing time. Boylan, we'll go ahead and redshirt Boylan, actually. Brewer, I'm thinking about let's go ahead and redshirt both DeLuca and Brewer. Darryl Hardy, you're not going to see the field. We'll redshirt Andrew Mitchell. You know what? We'll go ahead and redshirt Mills. We'll redshirt no, because look at those backup safety. Yeah, Mills. I need you to stay, Mills. I need you to stay, big dog. All right, guys, and coming into this second season, our strength of schedule was a B-. We open up on the road, being a team for Nebraska to beat up on. A lot of you guys always ask me to do stuff for Nebraska, so I'm sure you guys will love it. Then we got a bye week 2. Then we got Army week 3 on the road. Number 12 Army, going to be a tough game. We're keeping our rivalry with Troy available every single time. That game is going to be on the road. So we start off the season 3 straight games back-to-back on the road. Come back home versus Tulane. Go back on the road at Rice. Come back home versus Middle Tennessee State. Stay at home versus UTEP. Go on the road to Marshall. Come back home versus FIU. Go to FAU. come back home to play Old Dominion, and then we end our season on the road at Charlotte. That's our Conference USA schedule. All right, guys, so coming into the season, wow. 5 preseason All-Americans, 11 preseason All-Conference. That's a big thing. I didn't expect that at all. All right, guys, coming to the season, here's your top 10. Bama, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, LSU, Texas, Auburn, TCU, Florida, Clemson, Miami. Here's the rest of your top 25. And then we're all the way. All right, we broke the top 100. We broke the top 75. We're 71 coming into the season. 74, 75, 73 C's across the board. No longer D pluses. I like it. We're expected to finish 4th in our division and 6th in the conference. I like it. I'm here for it. I mean, Georgia should easily run through this conference, right? Should. Crazy things happen in Sim, so we'll see how that goes. Heisman watch list, TCU, the defending champs, return their running back Matt Temple. Minnesota's Bruce Gary, Mike Roberts from Auburn, Marcus Barber out of Texas, and Richmond Fernando out of South Carolina. Can't trust nobody with 2 last names. Preseason All-Americans. Let's see what they got for us. Trey Hamilton, Drew Bull, both make first team preseason. Aiden Beamish makes second team preseason All-American. Nate Hall makes second team, and KJ Peoples as a returner makes second team. First team preseason All-Conference USA. We got Junior. We got Thompson Jr., Beamish Jr., Tartan Jr. We got Rob Rose. We got Trey Hamilton. We got Drew Bull, KJ Peoples as a returner. Then on the second team All-Conference, we got Mike Monroe, Romeo Jones, Nate Hall, Terry Thompson. Let's go. I see y'all. Hey, man, I like what we got coming out here. For the 4-year outlook, man, they still don't expect us to get much better. I mean, we got to get good. We got to get gooder, you know what I mean? So we can recruit a little bit better. 71 this year. They expect us to drop all the way down to dead last at 126 next year. Then 69 for 2021. That's junior, senior season. And then back to 120 after that, man. So, you know, our contender grade is a D+ still. All right, man. So season number 2, things don't get easier. They actually get a lot harder. The Conference USA is a tougher conference. But, you know, we shocked the college football world last year and made some noise. Hopefully we can do the same this season. So if you guys are excited for season 2, stop and smash that like button. Hit me up in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new. It's your boy UncleSamsReject, rkgames.com. I'm out of here. Peace.
Really trapped, so I had money way before the deal. Always Gucci down, they wonder how I could afford it still. Man, no out in bucks, he got a L, he waiting on a bill. Stack it to the max, I really stashed away $250,000. Clumsy with them traps, I'm running down. If you leave them near, when they got a plug, they come.